Okay, so today I am here with Jenny and we'll be working on solution-focused therapy, and I will be using different types of techniques like miracle question, past solutions that she might have used, exceptions to her current problem, scaling questions, and complementing what she is doing well. Today she is presenting with issues with a relationship and some past relationships. So that's where we'll start. So Jenny, thank you so much for coming in today. What is it that you came in to kind of chat about?
Well, I wanted to come in. I feel like I am 30 now, and I kind of see a pattern in my relationships, especially with men, where I just keep having the same experience over and over again, and it's just like they never really treat me well, and it almost always seems in the same ways, and I think it's different, and then it's the same. And it's been very discouraging. I just had a recent breakup, and I just want to change whatever it is that causes the same thing to happen over and over again.
Now, since you called in and set up this appointment, have you noticed any changes? Has anything been different, as in better or the same?
Well, my ex-boyfriend called me a few times since I made this appointment, and normally I would have answered and, been ready to be there for him, because he's sick right now, and so even when things were not going well at all, I still stuck around to help him set up appointments and just make sure he was okay. He has some heart issues, but I've just kind of felt like maybe that was pointless. Maybe it wasn't even helping him. I don't know, but so that's been kind of different.
All right, that's a huge deal. It's really hard to step away from that. So that's very impressive that you were able to take that step. Was there anything that you can identify that helped you take that?
I think that when before I thought that I just always needed to be there, or else I was hurting somebody. And this time I thought, I don't even know if I'm helping by answering.
Right.
And so questioning the outcome, I think, was what was different this time, where it just didn't even seem to be worth it. Not just for me, because honestly, I've been I'm okay taking on the burden if something goes wrong or whatever, but, my ex-boyfriend has family to take care of him. It doesn't have to be me, I guess is what I'm saying. Why do I have to be the one to take care of him if they don't even want me around? So that was kind of the different thought process there.
Wow, okay. So I have kind of an odd question to ask. Is it alright if I ask an odd question?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say tonight you go home after this and do what you normally do, and you're relaxing, maybe you're watching TV, I don't know what you do in the evenings. And then you go to bed, and in the middle of the night, a miracle happens. And what we're talking about, these relationships and that sort of thing, it's gone, it's cured, it's however you want to see it, it's not a problem anymore. So since this happened while you're sleeping, you don't know that it's happened. How are you gonna know a miracle happened when you woke up, or when you wake up?
That is a good question. I think by the way people would respect me, that's kind of been the pattern that I've identified as just, I keep overextending, I guess overextending myself. But, just, I was in the mindset that I could just give and give and give and support people,
Mhm.
and they would want to do the same for me, or at least invest in the relationship in some way, and that they would respect me and my feelings, and I just wasn't seeing that. And so I guess I would know a miracle happened is if I did feel respect and support from other people too.
Mhm.
And, it was more of an equal,
Mhm.
balanced relationship, not one-sided.
Okay. So, how do you think others would see you? I know you've talked more about like they would respect you more. How do you think they would know that something's happened?
I probably wouldn't be as afraid to say what I'm thinking or
Mhm.
say how something has affected me. That's something I just don't do.
Right.
If somebody does something to hurt me, I really don't bring it up.
Okay.
But that would probably be a difference.
Okay. When do you think you would notice it first?
Probably when talking to, if I did run into my ex-boyfriend and, he seemed to have some understanding of how I was being affected by things and, looked out for my well-being, maybe even just asked how I was doing and
Mhm.
if I needed anything, or maybe
Right.
talking to my family. I feel like they always kind of expect or want things from me.
Mhm.
So if maybe they didn't do that right off the bat and, asked if, I needed anything, or just, not even just things, but
Mhm.
emotionally,
Mhm.
and it just wasn't that one-sided thing again.
Okay. So, to help me get a better picture of how you're thinking things through in your head, let's say we're going to use a scale. So 0 is how you felt the day that you called in, and 10 is how you would feel the day after the miracle. So with everything going the way you see it, with people treating you with respect, and with you feeling more assertive.
Yeah.
So where would you say we're at right now?
Right now, I would say maybe in the range between a 3 and a 4.
Okay.
There's times when I could be a 2 or a 5, but
Mhm.
generally kind of in that lower range where I see where I could go
Mhm.
and be happier and all of that. But yeah, it's probably right now 3.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Yeah.